be changing out a thermostat here. Same one you guys saw me replace the other day. I believe it burned out, and well, that's actually glue, but I do believe it burned out because I kind of bumped it around. I can hear it click when it goes to heat. I also could hear it click when it went to cool, but it still wasn't turning on properly. See, there it went. Clicked. But anyway, long story short, changing it out. What I have is a 70 series. It's kind of just on the cheap end, White Rogers thermostat. Nothing fancy, but it is programmable. So it's got a 2-day programmable thermostat, which is a good thing. It's a slightly different profile, but what's nice is I've got this plate behind here that allows for pretty much any setup. You have two separate transformers. It's saying to remove the jumper wire between RH and RC. I don't, so it's going to be straightforward there. Got a couple AAA batteries here, and it's a little bit better to turn off the breaker when you do this. Got a screw in there. By doing that, you prevent, because if you touch some of the wires, then it'll turn on. Here's the fan and the air conditioner, so turn those off. And sometimes the fan and the stove get switched, but this one, the stove's still on, so we know the AC's off. Okay, so a little dust in there. Mine, the blue wire goes to the G, and then everything else is straightforward. The Y is yellow, the W is white, and then you've got your hot, which is usually jumpered wired, RC to RH.
Yep, you guessed it. The wire's red. Red hot or red cold.
Here's all low voltage wiring. And then this one has a couple screws in here. The drill definitely makes things a whole lot easier, quicker. And definitely the profile of our new one's going to be quite different. This one usually comes with its own screws because regular drywall screws are too big and will damage this deal here. So this one actually comes with its own screws that have a bit smaller head, and it comes with a couple mollies in case that's needed. And there we go. So this one, I'm going to take the wiring straight because it's going to pass through steel. And this one, the white's on the left, so I'm going to put the W over there. The blue is also on the lower left, so kind of position where I pass these through. Y is on the right on this one, and on the bottom right, and red's on the top right. So it just kind of makes sense to kind of pass things through where they most make sense. Where they make the most sense. Okay. And got one stubborn wire there, blue wire. Okay, now wiring's passed through, so I can mount the box here. And This one, this plastic backing is going to actually lend quite a bit of stability, so I won't even really need the MOLLE. I'm going to pre-start it with one of these drills so that it's got a better tip on it to get started, and then I'll back it out. Just enough to get it started there, as it drilled through the plastic much easier. And same with that side. And this is where it can crack the circuit board because the screw head is too big to pass through there. So that's why I would use the regular drywall screws if I get away with it. I wouldn't. So I'm going to. That one, I'm going to actually, my tip is a little too big to get through there, so switch to my regular screwdriver. And we're all set there. And definitely need the MOLLEs because everything's nice and strong here. Okay, so now for the low voltage wiring, 6-in-1 tool, just works great. Got a bit smaller screwdriver here that is just the right size to get in there. This one's the W, this one's the G, which is going to be our blue wire. This one's the Y, and upper right is our right hot. Okay, and then we just tuck the wires in to our deal, which they make them really small. So. Too bad. There's just a little bit of positioning things. Get in there nice and strong. There's that one. And secure those two. With these, you don't want to over tighten them, just snug. So I'm going a little finger, a little stronger. Okay. I learned a lot from playing 9-ball when I was younger. I kind of like 9-ball because it's all about positioning yourself for the next shot. And it's not just hitting everything as strong as you can. With maintenance, this is definitely true. That when it comes to plumbing or electrician, you don't want to over tighten anything. Some things with electricity, when you look at things that should be tightened down stronger, often we'll use a flathead screw because you can get more torque, more, So a lot of times when you see a second slot through, you got a Phillips screw, but there's like a stronger slot, especially on ceiling fans. That's so that you can torque it down a lot stronger. But something like this, you just want to, the right amount of force. Hey, thought we turned that off. Apparently that was not the correct breaker. This thing's mislabeled, so I'm going to need to figure that out. See, when you touch different wires together, that makes things happen. But this is low voltage, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. But once this is done, I'm going to figure out which breaker should be the correct one. Okay, now the last one, this is our hot right here. And it's sharing the jumper connection, so it might be a little bit trickier to get it in there. And it's sharing the connection. But not too bad. Just want to make sure they're both in there, and then that this clamps down on the wire. So I've got it in there, and they've shared the connection, and they're also transferring over power to the heat side for the heater. So we're all in there. Now ready for our batteries. This one was good. They gave us some Duracells. I'll definitely try to put a link in the description of this video for a thermostat. Perhaps even the same thermostat or a similar programmable thermostat. I make a small commission on anything ordered through there. It's not much, but it does help me do what I do. So this little strap lets us remove the batteries easier in the future. The spring goes towards the back side of the battery, which is the negative, and the positive little nub goes the other way. There we go. And now we put our cover on. And now we're ready to test it out. Now I've turned I'm going to put it just on fan. Okay. And then we're going to figure out that breaker. So as I go through these, and then I'm going to relabel them. There it is, fan and micro. So that's switched. This one, the other one is the microwave, which is this outlet here. So I'm going to turn the one labeled fan on, and we'll see if that's our microwave. And it is. So they've got those two backwards. And so I'm going to fix that with my trusty Sharpie. Micro. All right. It's not perfect, but it is better. And then this one's our AC, so AC. All right. So we made that better. Now we can turn it back on. And now the fan turns on. Okay, so I'm gonna turn that back off, and we're gonna go to cool. Oh, one more thing. With these, you need to make sure that there's a little switch in here that it's set to the type of heat that you have. Mine is electric heat. So you see the switch here, electric gas. Right now it's set for gas because mine's electric heat. It's going to be set to electric. I have hydronic heating, which uses hot water. It goes through these coils here, but it still uses the function of the thermostat for the electric setting. Without that, the heater might not work. So got that switched correct, and that's the first thing to check if both sides of if you're cooling or your heating doesn't work, make sure that switch is in the right spot. So now we're going to lower it down. A lot of thermostats have a 5-minute delay built in. This one just kicked on. I'm going to turn the breaker back on for the air conditioning. Obviously we're not going to get air conditioning without that. I can hear the refrigerant starting to cycle through. And I just verify everything works good. Be all set. clean things up in here a bit too while I'm here. Alright, I'll just stay with it for about 5 minutes, make sure everything does what it's supposed to do.
And it did not do what it's supposed to do.
Palm Springs Day, just before it's getting real hot. It's hot now, but it's not as hot as it's gonna be. Let's see what's going on here. Checking behind door number 1. Got a new contactor. Got a 35 microfarad capacitor. Alright. Ooh, compressor's way hot. Yikes, yikes, yikes. I see the compressor leads have been replaced at some point. Well, first things first, pulled the disconnect, but capacitor still holds the charge in it even after the power is disconnected, so we need to discharge the capacitor by bridging the
Holding
leads.
only the insulated portion of the screwdriver.
There's our 35, there's our 5. We can measure those. Also, so we've discharged our capacitor, now we can work on the unit. See, the leads have been replaced at some point, but they're holding up. Everything is there. Wow, that unit's just blazing. Must have overheated. Maybe it's low on Freon. Maybe the capacitor's out of phase. It's got a 440 on it. That's good. Got a hard start kit. I like hard start kits. You get a lot of flack and a lot of different opinions on the hard start kit, but to me they ease the compressor starting. There's some people that feel that they're not necessary or that's indicative of a weak compressor. I kind of disagree. I believe that it helps ease the compressor starting and running. So that's my school of thought. Definitely, you'll find a lot of people that disagree on that, but that's okay. I'm going to put a little cold water on the compressor. You definitely see some, looks like maybe a scratch test was done before on the compressor. I might need to get some ice on this steel. Going to test those capacitors. Maybe replacing those either way. Kind of trying to get ahead of the summer that's coming. So, I pull the leads off here with the fan motor. Test that one. Microfarads. See what we got. .62, so it's out of phase already, and so we'll replace that. And then our capacitor here. There's our Herm start wire all by itself on one side. And then all our common wires. Taking them all off and got them out of the way. Now let's test our cap. So we've got 10.62. That is way outside. So we'll start there. 35 and a 5. gonna probably just bring some ice up with me too. Alright. So with me, I carried my bag up, but I hadn't restocked it. Okay. Yeah, that was silly. Yep. From my previous job, I have the 5. I think I just don't have the 35. So I'll have to go get the 35. I'll go ahead and get the 5. Come on, buddy. So is that 4.62? And let's see what the new one's at. Show the difference. 4.90. Better. I don't like how someone ran this span wires. Fix that up now. You see how it's hanging on the hot side, like that. So we'll fix that now. And then the black wire is going to the top of the contactor. Nice and tight lead. It's a good thing. So now at least it's not going to be sitting up against, you know, the plumbing. So run these through here. Also going to take this round one, do the same behind here. I don't want it touching the low side either. I just got to position things for the best. There we go. Now we're not touching anything. That's how I like it. Alright. Okay, go get my 35. Pull the old one out. Throw all the trash away now. I hope there's enough room to clear here. Hey. Made it. Okay. That was a 440. And the CMF5. Was it a 440 as well? Nope. Okay. Okay. I got two 35s and some 5s. And I restocked my bag.
Reload, LOL.
And accidentally took the box, that one out of the box. Forgot that I had already changed this 5. That's okay. I got some ice on my compressor. Cool it down while I'm doing this. try. Give it a shot. It's really hot. Compressor is. Okay. So get our common, red common, blue on the fan common, and this is the black one. It's going to go out to the side of the contactor. Okay, so now we're going to get our start wire. Goes by itself on the one side, goes to the Herm on the compressor, and now I've got the black wire coming from the fan, going to go to the common side top of the contactor. Nice and tight. Okay, straighten that lead there, and then we should have the hard start kit going one lead to each side. There's the Herm side, there's the common side. Now hopefully I can get this back into its little spot there. Yeehaw! Okay, compressor's been cooling down. Not sure it's going to be cool enough. At 10 microfarads it'd be really hard for the compressor to start, so it might just sit there and overheat and not really start. So here's hoping. I'm going to plug it in, and if it doesn't start right away then I'll pull it and we'll try again. So here goes, plugging in the disconnect. See what happens. Yay! Compressor started right up, and now we're going to see. We have Freon. Is it going to get cold, or are we out of Freon, and is that why it was overheating, or part of why? It seems doesn't seem good. We're not getting cold. We are running. And that could explain why we were overheating. That we have no refrigerant. Which means that we have a leak somewhere. Somewhere. I see refrigerant in the cap and a bit of dripping here. Yeah, we're definitely low on Freon. So I'm going to need to locate the leak, going to need to charge the unit. Going to be a little more fun. Fortunately, this place is empty, so I can come back to this another day. I'm going to go ahead and pull the disconnect. Starting to get hot already, and I'll come back to this one when I have more time. Yep, no Freon. We'll see. Time will tell. I don't really see like a lot of oil outside here. I'm thinking that maybe it's the coil. Well, I do see a little. I think I touched that earlier though. You see that was a little discolored there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. Yeah. Freon's spendy these days too, so I want to find this leak, fix it up, get it done. Time will tell.
Yep, so I was able to break out a few videos separate, but I got the continuation of this video coming up soon. It's a pretty long one, but it was an air conditioner stopped cooling out of gas, completely out of Freon. Coming soon.